Hello, and thank you for joining today. If you are looking at ways to better handle imported 3D data, I'd like to introduce to you a product that complements your existing CAD system and that can provide the power to import and edit 3D mechanical CAD parts and assemblies. Hi, my name is Yvonne Wiedemann from CamLogic. I'm here to show you how 3DSync can reduce the cost associated with reusing imported 3D data. Let's start by familiarizing everyone with CamLogic. CamLogic has been in the CAD/CAM CAE space for over 35 years. The company was established 16 years ago, initially focused on CAM, servicing mainly the tool and die shops in the media area. As the market has evolved, CamLogic has evolved. Interestingly, working our way backward from manufacturing back to the conception of the idea or design. Because we started towards the end of the process and worked our way to the beginning, CamLogic has the fundamental knowledge of what has to be done to assure that each step of the process will result in a product that will actually work or fit into the next phase of development. CamLogic has chosen to represent software and tools that enable our customers to fulfill the full cycle of product development. We consider ourselves integrators and partners for our customers, not just resellers. CamLogic employs the three-legged stool strategy. We partner with Siemens PLM, offering the complete integrated Siemens portfolio for design, machining, analysis, and data storage and retrieval. We partner with 3D Systems for 3D printing and rapid prototyping, and Romer and Creaform for 3D scanning for inspection and quality. Now that you've heard a bit about CamLogic, let's take a look at 3DSync. Reusing data has proven to be a cost-effective and efficient way for designers to use existing data for speeding the creation of new products. By reusing existing data and adapting it to meet new product designs, you can accelerate new product delivery through less creation. Many new product designs use a collection of new components and existing designs. Being able to better reuse existing data lessens the amount of design that needs to be done. Reuse can also provide you with faster turnarounds for meeting customer requests or engineering change orders. In many cases, the amount of change needed to adapt existing data to meet new uses can be small, so modifying a nearly completed design can help get customer requests done faster. If you are trying to cut product costs, reusing existing data from previous designs, suppliers, customers, or downloaded parts makes perfect sense. And when models can be adapted to meet new requirements, using in-house tools and systems, a cost savings can be seen. Successfully reusing data can come with its own set of challenges. A notable industry consultant, Aberdeen Group, took a survey of companies like yours and found some interesting statistics that tie technical limitations to business challenges. First, many suppliers use history-based CAD, which requires models be built and edited a certain way, making it a struggle to quickly alter existing designs for new uses. In fact, 40% of the respondents claim that traditional history-based systems require the original designer to make the change. That means long turnaround times. Secondly, backward compatibility issues are quite common. 46% of the respondents struggle with using data from CAD systems on different versions. If your supplier or customer created data in a newer system, you will most likely have to spend time resolving how to get that data into your system. And finally, 44% find that models must be redesigned because of errors in the import process. This means that almost half of all imported models are rendered useless and need to be remodeled. That results in a staggering amount of wasted design costs, costs that could be put towards developing new innovations. If you are struggling with keeping up with customer demands, you are not alone. Responding to customers' needs faster reduces the right tools that will let you repurpose existing designs for new uses. So how much can imported reuse cost? There are generally two schools of thought when modifying imported data. Outsource a change or make revisions in-house with existing CAD. Option 1 is to outsource the change. This can be the most risky with expensive or really unknown reuse costs. You will need to document and communicate a change, wait for the revision, review the change, and then in many cases pay a fee. The total cost can be unknown and is risking your design timeline and/or budget. Option 2 is to attempt to make the change with your existing CAD system. Direct edit may get you close, and feature recognition will attempt to reverse engineer the design. But in most cases, you will end up having to delete and start over. Adapting just one supplier model per week to meet your needs can cost you close to $10,000 per year. If you are looking at cutting product costs, make sure you are able to edit imported data with the same speed and flexibility as if it were a native design. Now let's take a look at a way that you can reach those goals. 3DSync is an affordable 3D CAD editing tool that uses synchronous technology for fast imported editing of just about any CAD model from virtually any source. It's designed to be used in conjunction with an existing CAD system and is the perfect complement to help designers reduce time and costs with data reuse. The heart of 3DSync is synchronous technology. You will be able to add 3D driving dimensions to just about any part of your model and make changes to control key manufacturing distances, such as distances between holes or the overall shape. Any added dimensions are saved with the model, simplifying future edits. Live sections can be added, letting you edit 2D elements of an inserted cross-section. You can modify the cross-section with dimensions, or you can drag the sketches, which updates the 3D model. You can also drag 3D geometry into shape with the steering wheel, either face by face, or use fence dragging to modify larger sections of your design. And because only affected geometry is updated, edits happen in real time. To preserve design intent, live rules unique to synchronous technology will find and maintain strong geometric relationships such as horizontal, vertical, coplanar, concentric, tangency, and symmetric. More or less geometric relationships can be maintained during any change, giving you flexibility while keeping intent. What does all this mean to your design team? Make revisions in-house in minutes instead of hours or days, and eliminate change fees. Importing and exporting virtually any 3D model is as simple as File Open or File Save. This can solve your version incompatibility issues, and there's no need to worry about what the authoring system was or what version your data was created in. Get the most freedom when using neutral file formats such as STEP, Parasolid, JT, or even IGES. And also supported are some of the most popular native formats for opening part and assembly files directly. These data translators are built into the system, eliminating the need to purchase add-on translators, and help keep the amount of files you have to manage at a minimum. Opening data can be highly dependent on the software version, forcing you to make upgrades. But 3DSync allows the user to open data regardless of version or source system. If you are trying to reuse data from suppliers, customers, or from your own legacy data, 3DSync can help you reuse that data better. 3DSync can streamline many parts of your entire design process. You can adapt old designs to meet new needs, simplify models for faster simulations, and make improvements easier or make designs more manufacturable. Since 3DSync is meant to be a complement to your existing CAD system, you can keep your existing tools for design and drawing production. Customers that are using Synchronous technology for editing imported data found up to a 90% time savings. Now that's impressive. Here's an example of how one company, Kimball Furniture Group, uses Synchronous technology to save time and, in turn, money. They were able to cut reuse costs to just a few minutes that normally would have taken days, involving a complete redesign. Now let's take a closer look at how 3DSync can help you revise and refine your designs faster with a part and then an assembly reuse demonstration. Thank you, John.
If you need to reuse imported mechanical parts or assemblies, 3DSync is the perfect complement to your CAD system. Edit imported data using Synchronous technology and get products to market faster. This first part requires some changes, but feature definition is lost in translation. A redesign can be costly, but Synchronous technology in 3DSync makes changes fast and easy. Add dimensions to any portion of the model and edit them to get the exact size. Next, we'll quickly generate new 3D geometry from a familiar 2D sketch, resulting in a couple of new mounting bosses, their height driven by existing geometry. As the center face is edited, the mounting bosses update. Faces can also be rotated, and live rules unique to Synchronous technology finds and changes symmetric counterparts, ensuring the original design intent is kept. Unnecessary geometry can be deleted, and selection based on a feature type speeds the process. 2D users are familiar with fence dragging, and 3DSync works in a similar manner. Watch how easy it is to draw a box around the geometry, position the steering wheel, and morph the part into a different shape. Synchronous technology excels at making more complicated edits. This Clintus pen, originally imported from Pro Engineer, needs to be widened. As we modify the external mounting tabs, notice the options that maintain face size while choosing to add or remove material. Next, we'll widen the part. After a simple fence select of one of the arms, we'll rotate the geometry by dragging the steering wheel to the appropriate angle. To ensure the intent is preserved, notice how Live Rules finds and maintains symmetry, so the other half of the model updates automatically. One final rotate will align the mounting bosses. The internal stiffening ribs can be aligned with a click of the mouse. Let's make some dimensional edits to this SolidWorks part. Unique to 3DSync are 3D driving dimensions which can be applied between key geometric features. When added between the alignment holes, we can edit the spacing directly. 3D driving dimensions can be placed in a stacked configuration and locked to preserve distances. As the interior clearance is modified, notice how the linkage thickness remains. To complement dimensional edits, geometric relationships such as this tangency condition can be added. Live rules automatically find symmetry within the part and applies tangency to the bottom face chain. Within 3D driving dimensions, the direction of the edit can be managed, left, right, or symmetric. During each edit, notice how Live Rules automatically keeps holes aligned and concentric. Now that we've seen the power of synchronous technology inside 3DSync, let's parameterize this imported model. We'll add a series of 3D driving dimensions to the key geometric features, such as mounting holes, overall heights, and mounting boss diameters. Dimensions shown in red indicate only the designer can alter them. 3D driving dimensions can be related to each other using equations. Change the first, and all related dimensions update. All dimensions are saved with the model and can be managed in 3DSync's variable table. Imagine the possibilities of being able to add, relate, and edit dimensions on imported models. Live Rules finds and maintains geometric conditions and is extremely flexible. Options provide for inclusion or exclusion of geometry during any edit. Here, we want to modify just one mounting boss. Other options in synchronous technology let you control the impact of edits on surrounding geometry. Notice how the clearance hole is preserved. If you need to reuse imported mechanical parts or assemblies, 3DSync is the perfect complement to your CAD system. Edit imported data using synchronous technology and get products to market faster while reducing the costs associated with reusing imported data. If you need to reuse imported mechanical parts or assemblies, 3DSync is the perfect complement to your CAD system. Edit imported data using synchronous technology and get products to market faster. This electrical assembly doesn't fit with the new design, so we'll need to revise it. The first requirement is to make sure the contacts align, so we'll quickly snap faces into shape. 2D users are familiar with fence dragging, and 3DSync works in a similar manner. Watch how easy it is to draw a box around the desired parts, position the steering wheel, and morph the assembly into a different shape. Live Rules, unique to synchronous technology, finds and maintains geometric conditions, ensuring original design intent is kept. Edits happen in real time and can often be made faster than the originating systems. Most CAD systems aren't able to edit imported data, certainly not within the context of a component assembly. Plus, outsourcing these changes costs time and money. 3D driving dimensions, unique to 3DSync, can be applied between key features and edited to directly change geometry. Watch as we alter the angle of the stiffening ribs and increase the width between them. To complement dimensional edits, face relationships ensure the correct model configuration for your needs. Align faces as shown, or apply concentricity, perpendicular, parallel, and more during edits. Live Rules honors these conditions, keeping your model correct. If design intent changes, just relate faces as needed. And to increase flexibility, these relations can be configured to meet other needs. This capability goes above and beyond what most native systems allow. Just imagine the flexibility you'll have in adapting imported parts to new uses. During assembly edits, 2D cross-sections can automatically be inserted and edited to ensure part-to-part clearances, and built-in 3D interference checking can validate fit. If you need to reuse imported mechanical parts or assemblies, 3DSync is the perfect complement to your CAD system. Its low cost makes it a viable companion to your existing CAD system, protecting the investment in your CAD system while helping you get products to market faster.
Thank you, John. Now it's time to consider your current options. Then look at what 3DSync can offer. Affordably priced at $19.95 per seat, you can start saving today. Based on what savings our customers report, your payback can be seen in the first few months of use. So, what are your next steps? Download your free trial today. For a better look at 3DSync or a free trial, please contact CamLogic at 248-969-9201. We are happy to show you this cutting-edge software tool. If you are looking at cutting product costs, make sure you are able to edit imported data with the same speed and flexibility as if it were a native design using 3DSync. We at CamLogic can quickly get you started so you can start saving money by reducing time and costs with data reuse and improving your data import issues. This completes our short webinar. I thank you for listening in. Your time is valuable to me, and I appreciate you spending it learning more about 3DSync. Again, my name is Yvonne Wiedemann. I've included my contact information on your screen. For more information about 3DSync, your free trial, or anything else that CamLogic can help you with, please feel free to contact me. I can be reached at the number just mentioned, 248-969-9201, my cell at 248-931-5309, or also feel free to email me at Yvonne, Y-V-O-N-N-E-W, at camlogic.com. I look forward to working with you, and thank you again.